Hello everybody, hopefully everything looks like it's going good. Let's see if everything comes back on. Come on YouTube, turn green. Awesome. Well, there's the room code, VYZG. Go check into jackboxgames.tv to check in. Wait, I think we need 3 people? How many people do you need for Jackbox Games? Well, I guess you only need 1, so I could start playing while I wait for you guys, but I'll give you all a minute or 2. I'll give you until 5:50. Oh, Zuko Flames, hello! How are you doing this fine Friday afternoon? I'm not doing too bad. Not too bad at all. If you want, you can quickly jump onto jackbox.tv and join me as we play Trivia Murder Party 2. Or I could start it up and you all can joke around about how bad I am. So, the game is actually on the website. So if you go to jackbox.tv, it has a put your username in, or put what you want to be called, and then put the room code, and your phone or tab or whatever you have the site open in will become the controller to play the game. And you actually can play alongside me in real time without having to buy the game. Of course, that's assuming that you can watch the video and do it. Yeah, how was your move? Was your move good? You're not going to be active a lot? I don't know what you mean by that, but... Oh, still moving? Yeah. I mean, that's a good trip right there. Okay, let's see how we go. Okay, you guys got about a minute left. If anyone's gonna join in real quick. If not, I'll be releasing myself on how good I know trivia. That's fine. You want, you can hop right back into this. Okay, see you later, Zach. That's fine. Take your time. Better moving right once than moving right multiple times. Or moving wrong multiple times. But I'm gonna start this game up and we're gonna see how it is. I know the rules. and it's only me, so.
This is your wake-up call. Prepare to die. Welcome to Trivia Murder Party. That glowing review in Real Hotels magazine was a fake, luring you here to fight for your life. Anyway, we know you have many choices for your murder hotel needs, and we're grateful you chose us. Okay, first question. What's gross? Use your device to answer the question.
3 and 4 are the same, I believe.
And the correct answer is...
I was like, 3 and 4 are the same, I think.
Let's keep moving. About how many detective novels did Agatha Christie write?
I have no clue. I like 33 though. 33 calls out to me.
This?
Nope, double it.
Wrong answers must be punished. Follow me. Welcome to the killing room. Are you ready to fall? In love with my new minigame? You're going to drop down this board and try to avoid the death zones.
Oh,
Okay,
it seems relatively
let the
easy.
games begin. Ever heard of chaos theory? Well, this is chaos fact.
That seems like super easy.
Come on, the idea was for people to die here. Here's where I keep everybody's scores. I hope you like it. Let's try another one. In the poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas, what does Santa say first? Did you say this?
Dang it! That was my second
Wrong
one.
answers must be punished.
Dang it!
Come with me.
I thought it was on comment.
Salutations! Welcome back to the killing room. I hope you're good with instructions. Follow at least 7 rules correctly before time runs out, or you die.
Okay.
The rules
Tap
are already
smallest
on your
number,
device.
done.
Go, go!
Tap an odd number. Done. Oh, don't tap an odd number. Dang it. Tap the second button. Don't tap the second button. Don't tap the second button.
Sometimes
Tap the
I worry that I
longest
see the
word.
word rules too
Tap
much
the.
during this game.
Don't tap the largest number. Okay. Tap the
maybe I'm
smallest
overthinking
number.
it.
Okay. Tap the longest word. There we go. Don't
Almost
tap
out
the
of rules
smallest
time.
number. Don't tap the fourth number. Don't tap an even number. There. Did I do it?
I
Yay!
knew I should have made those rules more confusing.
I just had to read the rules out as I was doing it.
Let's keep moving. How would a floating corpse in the Atlantic Ocean get to the Great Lakes?
Oh. That
Did you
one?
say this?
Yes!
I'll
Yes,
have
I
to kill
did.
my writers. Let's try another one. What is salt and pepper? Did you say this?
Oh,
Wrong
man.
answers must be punished. Time for consequences.
I was like, I feel like it's a duo, but maybe I'm wrong.
Congratulations! You've been entered in my scratch ticket giveaway. Scratch and find $3 to live. If you keep scratching, I'll give you cash for every $sign you find. But if you scratch off even one skull, you die.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Start scratching.
Dang it!
If you have a losing ticket, come with me.
Well, Literally the first one I did was
For a second there, I
incorrect.
thought you were gonna make it to the final round, but, nope. Hey, wake up! You were having a horrible dream where you died before getting to the final round. That won't happen again. It's time for the next question. What's almost always flavored with juniper berries?
Wanna say
Did you
it's
say
brandy. Nope, gin.
This. Wrong answers must be punished. I want to show you something. Math! It's back, baby! Do as much math as you can before time runs out.
Okay.
If you can't get at least 15 right, you
Whew.
die.
That's tough.
Let's go!
Boom. 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 Dang it. Done.
Make sure to show your work. Ha! Remember that?
Oh yeah, showing my work was the worst. Done. Done.
This is pretty much the end of the time.
Done. Done. Dang it! I clicked the wrong one at the end.
I guess you plus math equals dead.
Dang it! I thought I was doing pretty good.
If you think I'm gonna just keep handing out do-overs to get you to the final round, you're wrong. Bye-bye.
So has anyone else come? Doesn't look like it. So I'll keep playing until I get to the final round then. Race to the final round!
Just you again? Couldn't get any big names for the sequel? Oh well. First question. What does it mean to describe someone as milquetoast? Use your device to answer the question. And the correct answer is...
No!
answers
I
must
chose the
be
exact
punished.
opposite.
It's time. Doom service, we're at room 113. It's magic time. Pick a space inside the box to hide. And I'll just thrust the sword into a random spot. Magic!
And I'm alive!
Aw, I hate misdirection. If I had to guess, I get my serial killer tendencies from both sides of my family. But I don't know where I get my desire
Oh, I
for
didn't
the
notice they
spotlight.
tacked on
Certainly
Junior
not
at the
my
end of my
dad.
name.
Let's keep moving. Who are Claudia, Christy, Marianne, and Stacy? Did you say...
Yay!
Yes.
I was like, I have
I
no
don't like seeing
clue
that.
off the top of my head.
Let's try another one. Who is not a puppet?
Not a puppet. Oh, I don't know, Toby.
Did you say...
Yeah,
Yes.
Toby was like the boy, if I remember
That's
right.
annoying. Let's keep moving. Which radical dude painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel?
It was Michelangelo,
Did you
right?
say... This?
See? I got that.
Forget this. Come with me. Welcome to room 227. Ah, the lost art of letter writing.
Oh,
I'm going to
great.
dictate a message to you. Write at least 40% of the words I say, or you die. Get your typing fingers ready, because I'm starting right now. Dear people of the neighborhood, have you seen this cat? It has the eyes of a cat that has seen far too much and answers to the name Muffin. It has been missing for 5 years, but I have reason to believe It's immortal. Please do not feed it, for it eats only darkness.
I can't throw out
Time's
anymore.
up. Okay, now I'm just going to do a quick editorial review of the.
I know I got a
And
few
here's how you
words
did.
wrong. Yeah.
That was not good enough.
Oh, it's not gonna show it?
Honestly, you could have done better. Did we just go back in time? That's crazy. Try to stay alive a little longer this time, huh? It's time for the next question. What does enervated mean?
Innovated. Innovated.
Did
Irritated?
you say
Weekend.
this? Wrong answers must be punished.
Oh, I'm dead
Time
again.
for consequences. It's the classic game, Chalices. There are 4 chalices. Half of them are poisoned. Pick a chalice to... Now let's see what you drank.
Dang it!
Oh, snap. You just can't stay alive, and I can't keep bringing you back. So, it's over.
Okay, let's try that one more time.
Ah, more guests already. Oh shoot, I didn't have time to wash the towels. First question. What are football special teams for?
Oh, I know this one.
Use your device to answer the question.
Awesome! I know this
And the
one.
correct answer is... way too easy. Let's try another one. The International Space Station is about the same size as... what? Did you say...
Can't imagine it being all that big.
this?
Yeah, that was
Wrong
my
answers
second
must
guess.
be
I went with the
punished.
pool.
Come with me. Welcome to room 105. Heads! You're going to drop down this board and try to avoid the death zones.
Ooh, fun one.
Okay. Let the games be... You're right, Bill Nye. Gravity is cool.
And I'm done.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I should have made them all death zones.
Okay, on to the second level, I think.
Let's keep
3.
moving. Who solved the secret of the old clock?
I don't know. Oh, yes, I do, I think. Was it Sherlock Holmes or Nancy
Did
Drew?
you say...
Nancy
this?
Drew, dang it.
Wrong answers must
I knew it
be
was one of
punished.
them.
I want to show you something. Salutations! Welcome back to the killing room. Now we learn obedience.
Oh,
Follow
this
at
one.
least 7 rules correctly before time runs out, or you die.
Okay, just gotta read. Tap
Go.
the longest. Okay. Dang it, that wasn't the longest. Don't tap an even. Dang it, that wasn't even. Don't tap the fourth. I can do that. Don't tap the V. Don't tap an
I'm gonna shut my eyes for a little
Don't
bit.
tap
Take
it.
a little
Don't
micro
tap an
nap.
even. Don't tap the longest. Yep. Don't tap an even. Tap a G.
Rule time is coming to an end.
Don't tap. Don't tap with an F.
Ugh, well that's no
Whew.
fun.
That was close.
When I was a
You're
kid,
too
this hotel
confident
seemed
with that.
so big, and murder seemed so wrong. It's funny how things change when you get older. Let's try another one. What is not in the original Dracula novel?
think it was hates garlic.
Did you say
Nope,
this?
born by sunlight.
Wrong answers must be punished. Follow me. Oh look, it's the loser wheel.
Yep, I think this is the end of the game for me.
Spin
Unless
that
I'm
thing.
lucky.
What's fun about this is that the odds are clearly really bad.
I'm
I hate
lucky.
that happened, but I have to honor the wheel.
Up to the fourth one. 3 more to go.
Let's keep moving. Besides losing a baby, what did Charles Lindbergh do that made him so special?
Oh, he was flying. Oh, great. Which ocean he flew? Atlantic?
Did you say this?
Yes!
Well, that's no fun. Let's try another one. Which herb has flat, oval-shaped leaves with a velvety texture?
Paisley, right?
Did you
Parsley,
say
right?
this?
Sage?
Wrong answers must be punished. Come with me.
I've seen sage. I don't think it had it. Okay.
Ah, the lost
Oh,
art
yay.
of letter writing.
How fast can I type correctly?
I'm going to dictate a message to you. Write at least half of the words I say, or you die. You're lucky this is such a good letter, and I'm starting it now. Dear local Action News team, do you take requests? I would like to see more uplifting feature stories that share positive images, and less segments about the crimes that I have committed. Viewers are tired of all the sad stories I am directly responsible for. Time's up. Alright, now let me get out my red pen and give this a once-over. And what's the result?
Hey, I'm at
If I
least
sent the letter you
equaling
typed,
it to
I'd
the
look like a
same.
real dum-dum. No thanks.
But I just can't type that fast. Dang it. Shot
Pretty
through
mediocre
the chest.
performance if I'm being honest. Sorry, not sorry.
Okay. So I actually know
Hold
somebody's
on.
coming to
You're not
join.
supposed to get a
Oh,
do-over if you
wait.
die before getting to the final round. I better report this huge bug to QA. Anyway, it's time for the next question.
I might actually get to the final round here.
Which of these operas was written by Mozart?
Operas written by Mozart. Operas written by Mozart.
Did you say this?
Dang it! Always
Wrong
choose my
answers
first
must
guess
be
wrong.
punished. Time for consequences.
I chose the bauble.
You have 45 seconds to escape this room or you die. This is pretty stressful, right?
I don't know how.
All you need to do is pause and take a deep breath. And when you resume, I know you'll have it all figured out.
I don't know what it wants me to do. Pause and take a deep breath.
Uh-oh, is the answer coming to you yet?
Wrong answers do deserve to be punished, but I don't know how to solve my punishment.
You were so gonna be like, duh, when you figure it out. Aw, was that too abstract for you? Let's be more
confused.
concrete.
Does anyone know how to solve that one?
You messed it up again.
Because my game
Fine,
didn't
you
do
don't get a super
anything.
cool final
It just
round.
said Trivia Motor Party. That was strange. Well, I think we're getting people now, so let's go back and set up a new one. Oh, guy. I'm a Lord Jester. Anyone want to join me on the race to the finish line? King is willing to join me on the race to the finish line. Apparently there's levers and apparently you can get to the end, so let's race to the finish line. Eight, 9 is in. Anyone else gonna join? Okay. And we're gonna start heading on out then. Oh, nope, 45 gunners here. Okay, so we'll give 45 gunners some seconds to log in and help us race to the finish line. I want to say there's like 10 levels. If we can get through all 10, we succeed. And 3 people. I can get to 7. So if you guys can keep up with me, we got this. You ready? Let's begin. I think we all know the rules.
This is your wake-up call. Prepare to die. Welcome to Trivia Murder Party. You just checked in to a game of murder. Only one of you will survive. Quick tip, it's easier to win if you cut all emotional attachments now. Alright, first question. How many candles do you light on Kwanzaa? Use your device to answer the question.
I think I got mine down.
And the correct answer is... Who got the question right?
Ah, 8, 9.
Which leaves only you. It's time.
Survive. You can survive
And here are
this.
your bags. Welcome to room 105. It's the mind meld. Type in an answer that fits this category. Everyone else will answer too. And if anyone matches you, you die. Write your answers now. Now, let's see if there are any matches. I guess you
Yeah.
can't be mind readers if you've barely got a mind.
Cool. We're all survived still.
This elevator's a real death trap. For real, though. Let's keep moving. What were the first names of explorers, Lewis and Clark?
I should know this. I want to go with that.
This.
Nope.
Which leaves only
Okay,
you.
now I have to
I want to show you
survive.
something. Welcome to room 227. Yay!
Yay, this one I'm a
Using
little
Cousin
bit better at.
Aloysius's magic props. Pick a space in this box to hide yourself. Some spots are better than others, but don't... Any good magic trick needs some helpful volunteers.
Now, you guys
I'll give
don't
you a
hit me.
Very sharp sword. On your device, choose a row or a column to run your sword through. Fun fact. Sword noise.
Ah.
That's gotta hurt.
Who chose the lower one? Cutting off my head. Eight, 9.
Don't worry. Dying doesn't mean you have to drop out. Keep playing and you just might steal someone else's life force and win
Nah,
the
but
game.
we got like 5 more levels and I'm already out.
I wrote this next question just for you.
Okay.
If you get it right, I will punish
Oh.
everyone else. What would you find at 14 North Moore Street, New York, New York?
Ooh, 45 Gunner got a special one all to himself. I think I know the answer.
And the correct answer is... Did you get the question right?
Yes!
You succeeded.
Oh
The rest
no.
will suffer.
Dang it! So either way, somebody's gonna suffer.
This one lets you protect yourself with the password. Enter a real 4-letter word with your device. Don't make it easy. If someone cracks your password, you die.
Come up with a good one for 889.
Now everyone else will try to crack the password. As a team, guess the password on your device. You get a clue if your guess has a letter in the right spot. If anyone figures out the password before time runs out, I will reward you all. Don't be greedy about what letters you figured out. Let everyone know. Time's almost
You
up.
got a good password.
I thought everyone was good at hacking passwords these days, but I guess I was
That's
wrong.
not a real reward. Eight nine's really trying to sneak into the win.
We're here. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round. Next question. What is sometimes called the River of Grass?
$45 Gunner.
Who picked this?
No one.
Everyone is wrong. Come with me. This is my tattoo parlor. My body is the canvas of your nightmares. Or for unicorns. Give me a new tattoo by drawing on your device.
Oh great, somebody's gonna die. Somebody's gonna die.
Oh. Ooh. Ow. Ah. Oh. Harder. Yeah. Ah. Ooh. Mm.
Oh my gosh, I have no clue
Okay,
who's who.
somebody went to art school. I think we know who. Now vote for your favorite tat. The artist with the fewest votes will die. What did we decide? You should really consider using a stencil next
Oh,
time.
I'm sorry,
My only
889.
consolation is punishment.
I guess you killed me, I kill you.
Only one of you is still alive.
We didn't even make it all the way. Dang it.
Glad to see you're the one to make it here alive, but will you be the one to escape? I'm going to give you a category. Victoria's Secret Brawl Collection. Tap each answer that fits the category. Let's see the right answers. You advance 1 space for every correct answer. you're a little bit closer to escaping. But get this, all ghosts get to play too. If a ghost catches you, they'll steal your life force. Then they can try to escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you.
Oh wow, I knew the exact opposite.
Moons of Jupiter. I'm going too easy on you. Human blood types.
Everyone knows their blood types.
Don't look behind you. Are you afraid of the dark? Stop in Missouri.
What if I've Gunner's on a roll?
Moving on. Characters snapped away in Avengers Infinity War. Time is almost up. Getting pretty close to the exit. Has webbed feet. Things from the song My Favorite Things.
Dang it!
The end is near, but in a good way. This will slow you down. You need a perfect answer for your final escape. And that includes the third answer choice now too.
It's so intense.
You have to get all the right answers to escape. Next question. Has an ectoskeleton. Time is almost up.
It's so intense. Time's up. 45 Gunner did it at the end. Gunner survived. Are we good to go again? And here, yeah. Okay, I think we're gonna go again then. Let's see if we can beat this together, guys. I think we got to level 5, maybe 4.
You want to stay again? And people say I'm insane. And I am. First question. What's the official scientific name for catnip? Use your device to answer the question. And the correct answer is... Who got the question right?
Junior!
The rest of you, follow me. Welcome to room 113. The hairdryer's broken, sorry. Time to get out the dice. It's real simple. The player who rolls the highest will die. But we've got some help to make this more interesting. You have an extra die that you can give to whoever.
Oh!
Time to roll. The player with the highest total dies.
I got an 8. I win!
The dice don't lie. Let's try another one. What does one typically do in a natatorium? Who picked this?
None of us!
Everyone is wrong.
We're never gonna get to
Time
the
for
top.
consequences. Welcome back to the killing room. Ah, the spirit of giving. You each get $500. Give some of that money to your friend. The person with the most cash at the end will die. But there's a catch. If one of you ends up with $800 or more, I'll kill the other one instead. Begin.
I put mine in. Oh, Junior is really thinking about it. 889 is really thinking about it. Come on, 889.
Hurry up.
Ah.
Time for fiscal revelations. Mo money, mo murder.
Dang it! I was hoping...
You're not supposed to all die before the final round is ready.
Oh wait, maybe that saved us.
I gotta get more sleep because I don't know what the hell just happened. Let's try this again, I guess. It's time for the next question. Who's a French vampire?
I chose one. 45 Gunner, it's your turn.
Who picked this?
Only 45 Gunner knows.
The rest of you, it's time.
And we both are gonna die again.
Hey, have you ever played this game, Quiplash? I always mean to host a game night, but you know how a week gets away from you. The game will send a funny writing prompt to your devices. Enter the best answer you can think of and hit send. This timer is a little longer, and I'm letting everyone know, so if you don't write anything good, they know it's your fault. Let's get lashed.
A joke you've made in Quiplash that's gone woefully underappreciated.
Now your friend will vote for the answer they like best. The player that gets the fewest votes dies. Okay, let's see what people think.
How is it? Yay!
We have a clear mandate.
Sorry, 889.
How can I run a hotel, be a good son, and murder daily? Somehow I make it work.
Because that was a horrible round. We only got up to 3.
Let's keep moving. Where do Archie, Jughead, Betty, and Veronica hang out?
Archie, Jughead.
Who picked this?
45 Gunner is knowing
One of you is
this.
still alive. Come with me.
I'm gonna die now.
I'm giving you the laziest gift of all. A scratch ticket. Scratch and find $3 to live. And if you keep scratching, I'll give you cash for all the extra $signs you find. But if you scratch off even one skull, you die.
Okay.
Happy scratching!
Money.
Come on, you could scratch more.
Money. Money. I'm safe.
The contest is almost over.
Money. Get some extra money there.
What a ripoff!
But of course, it's the end either way. Right? Or no?
We're
We're gonna
here.
keep going.
The final round is close. Next
Yes.
question.
I'll keep us alive, guys.
What do Sesame Street's Bert and Ernie wear?
First Afghano.
Who picked this?
Yes! Keeping
Only a
us
ghost got it wrong.
alive.
Well, didn't want that to happen. Let's try another one. Which of the following is not in an egg cream?
First Afghano.
Who picked this?
None of us thought it was the egg.
Everyone is wrong. Time for consequences.
I have to survive this, guys.
This is the one with the big creepy mirror. Oh, hey, look! The ghost of my Aunt Mildred is writing on this mirror. She has her own consistent handwriting. Now, Aunt Mildred is going to write a different word. But so will everyone else. Draw a word on the mirror to camouflage Aunt Mildred's. Go ahead and start writing. Pay attention to the words as they appear and try to spot my auntie.
Oh, wow.
So many convincing words to choose from. Now, type the word that Aunt Mildred wrote, or you die.
Hopefully that was it.
Would the real Aunt Mildred please stand up?
Yes!
Aw, you got it! Whatever, that ghost has terrible penmanship.
Skills!
Only one of you is still alive. You know what that means.
No! No! We were gonna carry. I was gonna carry us all the
You've
way.
made it so far, but can you escape? Here's your first category. Primates. Tap each answer that fits the category and then press submit.
Time's
Let's
up.
see the right answers. Nobel Prize winning scientists. Time is almost up.
Dang it.
Types of lumber.
Time's almost up.
part of Alexander the Great's empire. Don't fall behind. Here comes the darkness. Lunchables!
Lunchables! I used to have Lunchables.
Crustaceans!
Dang it!
Dungeons and Dragons abilities.
I know this one.
The darkness approaches.
889, come on!
Galaxies.
You got this, 889. Good comeback.
Don't look back because there's a ghost right there. Holy terminology. Time is... You're better than I thought. One last trap. If you want to break through that barrier, you'll need a perfect answer to this question. And that includes the third answer choice now, too.
No, that one. I don't think I've ever heard the other one.
Time is almost
I used
up.
to do one all the time.
You have to get all the right answers to escape. The tables have turned.
45 Gunner's gonna steal
Monsters mentioned in
mine.
the song, The Monster Mash.
I escaped. Coming back. One last one, guys. You guys can put out one last one. Oh, we already lost one view. I know. Is 45 Gunner gonna come back? .45 Gunner there. I think 45 Gunner's gone. Oh no. Seems here. Awesome. We're gonna start again then. Let's try this one more time. 10 years later.
Welcome back. Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi's not working, but don't worry, the murder stuff is still happening. First question. The Large Hadron Collider is currently the biggest machine in the world. What's its circumference? Use your device to answer the question.
I think it's that. .45 Gunner.
And the correct answer is... Who got the question right?
We all did.
Lucky
Awesome.
guesses.
That's how we're gonna get through this. We
Let's
have to
keep
all
moving.
be alive.
I have a daily calendar on my desk of depressing quotations. Here's one. Who is famous for the phrase, I know that I know nothing?
I want to say it's that one.
Who picked
Nope.
this?
Great.
The rest
We're
of
gonna
you,
lose one.
follow me. Welcome to room 113. Hopefully you can defend yourself from ESP. Type in an answer that fits this category. Everyone else will answer too. And if anyone matches you, you die. And I do mean anyone.
Oh,
Now,
please.
let's see if there are any matches.
Yes!
Oh, super!
Woo!
You're so unpredictable and you get to live. No fun.
We all survived. That was amazing.
Let's try another one. What's the chief electrician called on a film set?
I know this one. I think. I should know this one. I studied it recently.
Who picked this?
Yes! Studying in the
Which
wind.
means only you. I want to show you something. Salutations! Welcome back to the killing room. It's the Pegs game. You
45
want to
Gunner,
talk
you
about
got this.
board And try to avoid the death zones. You know what? We need some
You have
death
to log
zones.
back in. Type in the
Go ahead,
same
everyone
thing.
else. Choose a slot to make it no bueno.
You have to log back in.
Okay. Let the games begin. Pick a spot to drop from.
You should be able to put in your name just as it is. There we go.
This was a lot harder to build than you guess.
Oh no, 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 no! You're dead.
Congratulations! I see you've landed in a death zone. I never thought I'd be back here running
Yes,
old
the
family
game's
murder
still
hotel.
playing.
I also thought I'd never own a pair
You
of
can
Crocs,
see it.
but the blood just washes off so easily.
Go to jackbox.tv and type in 45 Gunner.
Let's keep moving.
And the code,
Who wrote
the
and directed
HOJI. Get out. I think it was that.
Who picked this?
Yay!
Which
Except that
means
sucks
only you.
because one of the live
Time
members
for
are dying.
consequences. It's math, one of my least requested minigames. Do as much math as you can before time runs out. Everyone else
Yes,
will
the
be playing
game's
along.
still playing
If
45
any
Gunner.
of them do better than you, you'll die.
You're still playing.
Let's go. Keep concentrating on all that math. Focus on the math. Only time for one or two more bits of math.
Oh,
I guess you're
just
not quite good enough at math.
I just slightly killed you. Dang it. Sorry, 889. I bet we're gonna go right to. Nope.
We're
Okay.
here. The final round is close.
Yeah, but we're not
Next
gonna
question.
make it. I have to get all
What
these
does
right.
linguini mean in English?
Linguini. Linguini.
Who picked this?
Dang it! That was my first thought.
Everyone is wrong. Follow me. I'm going to give you a chance
I have to come up with a good
protect your
password.
life. Enter a real 4-letter word with your device.
I got one.
Make it hard to guess. If your password gets cracked, you die. Now everyone else will try
Good
to crack
luck,
the password.
everyone.
As a team, guess the password on your device. You get a clue if your guess has a letter in the right spot. If anyone figures out the password before
Yes,
time
you're
runs
still in the
out,
game.
I will reward you all.
Nope, not right.
This is a
889.
team effort.
Dang it!
Ooh, you got hacked, son.
But we're all dead. Wait, that's actually a good thing. We're all dead. We're gonna get pushed to the back.
Ah, crap, I killed everybody?
45
I
gunner.
guess
Go
I'll
to
bring one of you back.
jackbox.tv
It's kind of arbitrary
and
that you have
type
the most money.
in the
Anywho,
room number H or
The
the
time has
game
come.
code HOJGI and have your username be the exact same.
congrats on making it here alive. But can you escape? Here's your first category. Group shapes. Tap each answer that fits the category and then press submit. Let's see the right answers. Mediterranean islands.
You can keep putting question marks.
Time is
I do
almost
not
up.
know how to help you. You're not giving me any details.
Yeah, this is turning into a serious lead. Wrestlers from Netflix's Glow.
Yes, if you typed in HOJGI, you should be playing the same game we're playing.
McDonald Land characters. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. It's only darkness. Die by beheading. Time is almost up. Let's just call that a fluke.
I don't know what you mean by question mark,
Here comes
question
the
mark,
next
question
question.
mark.
Baseball pitches.
From the looks of it, it looks like you're playing.
Uh-oh, this might be over soon. Words that are not fair. Ugh, I gotta get some harder questions. It's not over yet. You need a perfect answer for your final escape. And that includes the third answer choice now,
You should
too.
have the question in a white box at the very top.
You have to get all the right answers to escape. Stage aids. Nope, not enough. You stole some yummy life force. Venomous
Well, you're about to
animals.
win.
4 stolen life force.
Oh, at the very end.
Detective on a Law and Order show. Time is almost up.
It ain't nine, you're getting screwed.
People who have walked on the moon.
We all might just die. Nope, we all got that one right. We all technically won that one. Okay. Well, that's the end of the stream, 45 Gunner. I do not know what happened, but you won again, so congratulations. Hello, 45 Gunner. You should be able to hear me. You won once again. But I'm ending the stream right now. So bye-bye, everyone. I'll see you all possibly on Sunday. It all depends on how all I have to do. Hello, 45 Gunner. Bye-bye.